I noticed that whenever the family gets into a dangerous situation, or, there's a dangerous situation at school, Steph and Lena still think about their kids first. Is that part of what makes them such good parents?
Absolutely. I mean, it's really beautiful to see that no matter what stuff we're dealing with, that the heart of the matter always, is in the forefront, which is we are a family. Whatever the issue is, we're going to face it. It could get messy, but we're going to always be together. It's a really comforting message, I think, too.
Well, on the note of a messy situation, can you talk about the mom's reaction to the whole Callie and Brandon thing and how they're going to deal with it?
I mean, it's difficult because it's such a unique situation in that, yes, they're not biologically brother and sister, but you know what? Tough, because we're a family first, and I think that deep down, Callie knows that she's always wanted a family, and this is going to have to trump. Oh God, did I just say Trump? This comes before any romance situation, so it's a little tricky to navigate. It's a little bit of a minefield. It's a little uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, it's all about the family first.
Well, speaking of uncomfortable situations, what's going to happen when they find out what Brandon did with his money?
Oh my gosh. Let me just tell you that in this season, you're going to see Lena. She's just not having it anymore. I mean, she goes through this crazy metamorphosis where, I was scaring people. Lena was scaring people because she kind of has a moment where she's just had it. There's just so many issues, so much stuff going on. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. So let's just say that when they find out about the money, you're gonna see an explosion.
Does Lena look forward to the day where the Adams Foster family could have an entire day with no drama at all?
Yes, I think that Lena and Steph are both pining for a day where they go back to that resort and they're having a couples massage, and well, maybe that's just me thinking that we should go back and shoot that at that spa that we shot at.
Is there a sense of relief that Steph seems to be out of the woods with her health problems she had last season?
Yeah, I mean, it's always, it's like a resetting, it's a refocusing on what matters, because we have all this stuff going on, and it's just like at the end of the day, if there's a health issue, there's nothing more important than your health. And when you have that, you have everything, and I think it helps to, put everything in perspective.
And can you talk about the danger that Nick brings to the school in the season premiere?
I just got chills again. I'm telling you, this season is just messing with me more than any other season. I'm particularly fond of this episode of the first couple of episodes because it has a kind of a psychological thriller feel to it, and that's my favorite kind of entertainment. So I keep getting chills. It's crazy. It's really crazy. It's super intense, and it's relevant, and it's an awful reality that we have to deal with. And I'm really proud of the way our writers handled it, because usually, as a society, we see these images of these kids coming out of the school, but you don't see what's been happening in the classrooms, in the hallways, what is happening. You don't see that, and that's part of the terror, I'm sure, for parents to just don't know if their kid is okay. So we show all the inner side to that, and it's really well done.
Did you learn anything about a situation like that by doing that episode?
Man, I've just learned that I just hope to God that no kid has to ever go through that again. And I'm a mom now. I have 2-year-old twins, and it just added a dimension for me that it got really real for me. No one should have to go through that. It's just enough already.
Does the family have to deal at all with the situation with Jesus and his birth father this season?
Oh, we do. We have Brandon's, that's the actor's name. Jesus' birth father has an arc on the season, and sometimes fans aren't crazy about that because they want to focus it on the moms. They want to focus on but. We aren't just in a vacuum. We have to deal with these issues, and I think it's only fair that if the twins or Jesus is curious about his birth, that he should have that opportunity to explore it, and not feel guilty about it. that we should feel secure in the fact that he's our kid. You know, he's not going anywhere, and let him check it out.
You mentioned the moms. Was it more fun to be able to have Steph on the school campus in the season premiere with Lena?
Well,
Despite the situation.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. You're talking about filming it, like
filming
having
it. Yeah,
Terry there.
Yeah, having Terry there.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
you know,
I mean, that's always amazing. It's always awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're ever around to watch us film, sometime you see we just get stupid. We get stupid. But, you know, for Lena, it was a little crazy because the last thing she wants to see is her partner with a gun in action. What can happen? Like, and she's been through that already. She doesn't want to go through it again. So she's traumatized from the past, and it's a hairy situation.
Well, speaking of crazy situations, Jude is questioning himself a bit. Does he talk to either of his moms about that?
Jude, he kind of takes his own lead on this, you know, which I feel like is pretty realistic as well, because in the beginning he was coming to us and we guided him through a lot of things, but when you get a little older and you get, you know, you're experimenting with a little this and that, sometimes you want to just keep it to yourself, and I feel like he's trying to find his own way, for better or for worse. You know, he gets in a little trouble here and there, but it's kind of fun to see him find his way.
Well, is it fun for you to play again with these young actors who are now 3-4 years older than they were when you did the pilot?
It is fun. You know, I've definitely seen such evolutions in the actors, my dear friends, my colleagues. You know, they've changed a lot, and you know, as a mom, it bonds me to them even more. I feel like they're my kids in a lot of ways, and even though they're my colleagues and they're my peers, I respect them that way, but you know, I see certain cast member maybe smoking, and you know, my blood pressure goes up and things like that, because I love them.
Do you think doing this show prepared you for having your twins at all?
Well, I definitely feel like it's helped me know that I want to talk about stuff with my kids, like all kinds of uncomfortable stuff. I was raised very the opposite. No one talked about anything. We were very German. We were very like, just, you know, deal with it. It's not healthy. I really feel like no matter what the subject is, I want to talk about it.
And what excites you the most for fans to see in the season premiere?
Well, like I said before, it's got the bent of a psychological thriller, of a thriller, basically. And I think that's really exciting, at least for me. Those are my favorite kind of shows, so.